How's it going, everybody? And today we will be talking about War of the Visions, and more specifically, finally, the Final Fantasy V collab. And it is finally here, and I'm very excited for it because it looks absolutely stunning. And I really like this game. It was one of the first games that kind of really gave me a good feel of the job change system. And the music was like very different for me, so I didn't actually play Final Fantasy V until it came out for the PS1. And I love the story. There's a lot of things I really like about this, what they've done in terms of the game itself. Like, the fact that Ferris is not who you think she is, and even the fact that it's a pirate, like Ferris is a pirate. Introduce it like Gilgamesh this is like one of like the bigger introductions to Gilgamesh as a character. Super silly. I think y'all should know that Gilgamesh from War of the Visions is by far my favorite. Like I don't think I could ever like a Gilgamesh more than the one we have from War of the Visions. And so with it coming, we obviously get Bart's for free, which is sick because who does not want that free 100 cost unit? And also being able to get a chance to pull for Ferris, Lena. I do find it interesting that for Lena, they went with your typical what you would expect for a support unit. So they did give her a rod, and she is super supportive. Her skills are awesome. Princess of Tycoon. Recovers HP, large, gives protect, shell. All of these big AoE skills. Tycoonian defense, also very good. Bart, I think most of you probably have seen what he can do. He brings the super unique ability of being able to chime in and do extra damage if he is within range, which is just busted. And you can see where that goes crazy with characters like Lightning, with characters like Noctis, even Halloween, Lucia, and Astreus. Anybody with a follow-up attack attacks 3 times in theory because Bart's can get in there and do it as well. We have love for Hiryu. Hiryu is Lena's dragon, Besto Friendo. And we also will get one other card that is not shown here that we saw in the preview, which is Susalama something. Ferris's pet something as well. So super cool. I am so excited, honestly. It's been a while to get a good collab. And as y'all know, I love the art. I just love how I was never crazy about Bart's official art. But they make him look so good. You know, like the expression, the pose. Super nice. And for Lena, great justice, because we're going from chibi characters to like full on. So Lena doesn't actually have a character model, in-game model that doesn't look chibi, because even in DFFOO, still kind of chibi. You know what I mean? So super awesome. Can't wait to get Ferris on board. I imagine she's going to be a week or 2 weeks afterwards, right? Some of the things that we'll be getting along with it, of course. I don't want to get into it in depth, whatever. That is totally fine. So the only thing I want to go to is producer's letter, which is really nice because, y'all should be reading this. So hello to all players out there enjoying the global version of War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brief Exvius. This is Hiroki, the global producer of the game. We have a big announcement for all of our players, which we are bringing to you in the form of a letter from the producer. At the end of September 2023, the global and Japanese versions of War of the Visions FFBE will both become the new War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brief Exvius worldwide version. So, we're not getting any No more advanced news from anybody. We have decided to unify our Japanese and global team to create a smoother development, make sense environment, and bring our global players new content sooner, as they don't have to wait as long to enjoy new experiences. We believe this boosts our development capabilities, will allow us to deliver a better game experience for all. Up until now, unit scenarios and other content have been released with roughly a 4-month delay when compared to the Japanese version. Once the global version of the game becomes the worldwide version, however, content will be released with an approximately 1-month delay or less. While our goal is to simultaneously release all of the content, processes like translation, localization, quality assurance, etc. remain necessary. Makes sense, because they still have to, once they do it, they still have to do the English version of whatever Japanese thing they do. As a result, there will be times when we have no choice but to schedule content for after the Japanese release. We will be striving to improve these areas going forward. I mean, it is a big ask even for them, because there will be differences to release schedules after the shift to the worldwide version. There will also still be 2 versions of the app, the Japanese and the global app, obviously for language. This means you can continue playing worldwide version on your current app in order to launch the worldwide version by the end of September. As mentioned above, we have been making changes to the existing schedule, and we've seen the great reshuffling, haven't we? Therefore, the release schedule leading up to the launch of the worldwide version is tighter than usual for some units and collaborations. We thought about making cuts because of how overwhelming it might be for players, but we have ultimately decided that we did not want to detract from your playing experience by skipping any units, vision cards, collaborations, or any of the other highlights. However, we do apologize for any concerns we have caused by changing the normal schedule. Here on the team, we are well aware of some of the players might feel frustrated when it comes to acquiring and training units to the overlapping releases of 100 cost units. At least they know. With this in mind, we are planning various campaigns, both inside and outside the game, under the banner we named Road to the Worldwide version. The aim is to make sure that all players can continue to fully enjoy the game during the period running into late September. We all want to make the run-up to the worldwide version as this is a mouthful, as exciting as possible for players. The first part of the campaign will be the Road to the Worldwide version Part 1 FFBE Series Global 7th Anniversary Give Back Festival. Interesting. So like I said, FFBE is on its 7th anniversary, so we are celebrating FFBE as a whole. So that will run from July 19 until July 25th. So 2 days from now. In the Give Back Festival, players will receive 1 summon ticket for every 2,000 visitor they have used for summoning, free or paid, since the release of the global version. Wow, that's quite a bit. World time PST. So it seems like between that time frame, we will get a summoning ticket. That is nutso. The summon tickets will not be acquirable until the 26th onwards, so make sure you log in during the applicable period. We are planning part 2 and 3 of the 2 and 3 will be coming to the eye for the news and updates to follow. So this is really interesting here. So getting a summon ticket for every 2,000 that have been used for summoning since the release of the global version. Right until last week, July 4th, for every 2,000 spent. So that means like mega whales will cash in hard. Not sure. We'll wait and see. Worldwide version Q&A. We are sure a lot of you have questions, concerns about the new worldwide version, so we will answer some of your questions here in the format. In concrete terms, what is going to change in the worldwide version? To start, in regards to release schedule, for global units, they are released during their seasonal or more similar events that will have no delay and will compare to the release schedule for Japanese players. For collaborative and other certain characters, there will be about a month separating the releases. This will mean that players around the world can have a new WOTV experience together. So that's cool. So we're like just uniting the community. So we will essentially run under one community at some point, I guess. Of course, our goal is to simultaneously release all for all of the content, but the realities of translation and localization mean that the appearance of the characters outside of certain seasonal events, as well as the implementation of story content and other events, will have the release delay of about 1 month. This means that there will still be differences in the release schedules after the shift to the worldwide version. Therefore, there will still be 2 versions of the app, the Japanese and the English. Japanese and global. You will be able to play the worldwide version on your current app. Also, until now, anniversary events have been held once a year, but in the worldwide version, there will be 2 anniversary events, one in November for the current Japanese version and one in April for the current global version. This means that even more exciting events. Nani? Is that true? Will we be able to join guilds and play PvP with Japanese players in the worldwide version? Even after the switch to the worldwide version, the Japanese app and the global app will continue to run on separate servers, which means that you won't be able to join guilds. And okay, that is fair, because different characters, different vision cards. Don't forget, there are global exclusive vision cards, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. It would be like, you know, I feel like Japanese folks would be going in at a handicap unless they get their updates, which to the vision cards, and we all have the same stuff. But either way, point asked. Will the language support stay the same? Will the Japanese and English voice actors, such as well as English, French, German, Spanish, Korean, and Chinese traditional text options? And yes, there will be no change. When will the anniversary be? There will be 2 anniversary celebrations on the worldwide version, one in November and one current Japanese, and one in April. Okay, we just had that in the previous. There will be no more global original characters. Ooh, spicy. With the shift in the worldwide version, the Japanese app and the global app will share the same content. Therefore, there will be no content or characters exclusive to one app. This does not mean that the global original units are disappearing. Rather, it means that the operations and content for World of Visions itself will become universal. So they'll change the name. Going forward, we will be bringing in new characters based on the opinions and feedback from players around the world. So maybe they won't be global exclusive. They'll be world exclusive. When the change in the worldwide version takes place, what will happen to the units and vision cards with stats that differ between the current Japanese and global versions? We want the stats for units and vision cards to be optimized for the game environment. They become a part of the time of their release. So we will keep you fully informed about changes at the time of release. Regardless, stats for units and vision cards that are already released will not be weakened with the switch to the... Okay, great. This music is crazy odd, so let's just change that. Currently, DLC is released on Wednesdays for the global version and various days for the Japanese. What will happen to the worldwide version? Currently, global version updates are released on Wednesdays, but we are planning to change this alongside the shift to worldwide in September. We will keep players informed, and they have not decided, it seems. Okay. What will happen to the modification made specifically for the current global version, such as the user interface? The game UI that has been adjusted for ease of use in the global version will be kept in the global app. We will inform players in advance if there are any updates. Okay, so closing remarks. With the new worldwide version, the whole team is more excited than ever to work on the creating a game together from around the world. I am also very excited that all players across the globe will be able to enjoy WOTV FFV at the close to the same time. We have a number of other ideas and projects planned for the worldwide version, so I'm going to call this a WWV because that'll be a lot easier. As part of this, we will run the survey regarding the WWV around the November. I really hope that you will take the opportunity to give us your thoughts and your ideas. And thank you for taking the time to read all the way through to the end. We look forward to your continued support. WOTV FFBE Global Producer Hiroki Fujimoto. Wow, so many questions, but honestly, the merging is sick. I think a lot of things in this make a lot of sense with everything that's happening in such with like Addison Rae coming out and how they do it in FF, how they do it in the other games. It's just a lot simpler if they just decide to do this, because then you're talking about getting your staff together and being able to basically better do things, right? Like, we're looking at being able to create better content and having a bigger team to work on a single game, opposed to splitting the teams and having them do separate things, right? So maybe Intern Kun officially has a job. We won't know until until it comes into it, but I'm really excited. So that's it. Producer's letter is read. We are all wrapped up. If you've watched until this point, please like and subscribe. If I get to 1k subs or 100k views, I would love to do a raffle for Gunpla for one of y'all, and be able to share that hobby of mine and celebrate hitting one of those milestones too, because that would be amazing. And everybody in WOTV has been so kind so far and so awesome. And this game is OG for me. It's the one game that I will never drop. I will play other games, but I will never miss a daily in this game. Anyway, thank you so much, and have a great night. And I'm sorry if the music got a little wonky in the middle there, but yeah, anyway. Bye, guys.